Let's talk about how to cut a great demo. People come in here all the time, and ultimately, everyone that comes in and sees me, ultimately, is looking for songs to record. They're not coming in here to be a better shower singer. So how do I cut a great demo? What are the steps I take in making sure that I get the best songs at the best rates, the musicians at the best rates, great studio rates? What am I looking at expense-wise? And how long of a process is this? Well, number one, it all starts with a song. So you're going to need great material, whether you've gathered that material through other sources, gotten it from co-writes, or you've solicited other publishing houses, or just people that you know that are connected in the industry and have gotten a hold of some really good songs. However you have gotten a hold of songs, once you get those songs, you want to make sure that, number one, you have at least 3. I like to cut EPs, which is anywhere from, people call EPs 3 songs, but you can go up to 6 on an EP. So usually it's anywhere from 4 to 6 tunes. So you want to make sure that you have at least 3, if not 4 to 6. Now, remember that when you go in to record these tunes, before you even record them, you have an up-tempo, mid-tempo, ballad. You have to have at least those to showcase the different, within the genre, the different types of songs that you're going to be singing. So, up-tempo, mid-tempo, ballad. You got to have those. Number 2, after you have those, the other songs that you have can be whatever you think. And I like to actually mix it up with clients when I develop an artist. Throw one crazy song in there, something that kind of really pushes the limits in terms of the tracking, the overall come-from, flavor, and the instrumentation, and just overall artistic come-from. Throw something that's kind of a curveball for people. That's really important, to have something that's kind of abstract or almost seemingly random. It's a really good way to break up a EP and make it interesting to listen to. Not within the song, but from song to song. Now, 3 songs at least, but preferably 4 to 6. After you've gotten your tunes, what do you do then? Well, you want to make sure that you go through these tunes with a qualified producer and or coach. It could be me, it could be anybody, but nonetheless, you want to make sure you go through these tunes and have plenty of time for solid pre-production, vocal pre-production, going over the tunes technically, making sure you're hitting all the notes comfortably, stylistically, in lyrical interpretation, improvisation, anything that you're doing, that being a conversationalist, making sure that you really are getting into these tunes and delivering these and characterizing these lyrics with honesty and transparency. Go through all that pre-production. Once you do that, then you want to head into the area of getting musicians tied up for these tunes. Making sure you pick the right musicians. It's important, people. Pick the right musicians. Just because they're great doesn't mean they're going to cop a feel, man. You want to make sure they're copping that vibe to your music, right? So pick the appropriate musicians. I'm going to go over in a later blog exactly how many musicians you need. The typical bass band that you're going to want. Make sure you find the right studio at the right rate. There are tons of different studios out there, people. You don't need to be spending just for vocals, cutting vocals. You don't need to be going to a big old expensive tracking room. It's going to cost you, $150, $200 an hour to be there. So, let's recap real fast. Songs, 3, at least 4 to 6. Up-tempo, mid-tempo, ballad. Once you have that, make sure you go into vocal pre-production with a coach or a producer. Make sure you really understand these tunes and you're delivering them with power and integrity and honesty. Then you go looking for your players. Find the right players. It's like casting a movie. Find the right cast of characters for your stuff. Then you go find that studio that's fits within your budget. Research and make sure they have a good reputation. And then you're pretty much ready to go. But make no bones about it, these things that I've just talked to you about are absolutely critical components in making a great demo.